we're going to talk about new developments in an AI that might be ready to explode. And yes, it's one of the big AI coins, ASI. And it's one of the projects in ASI, AGIX, that might actually be able to catch some FOMO and explode. Why? Because their leader, Ben Goertzel, has actually told us that he has self-aware AI. Way better than ChatGPT and all that other stuff. It can actually think for itself. Do I believe him? I don't really know. I mean, I think it's definitely a bit of a stretch, honestly. But there's a lot of people that have been reporting on this. He says he's been hiding it because he doesn't want the feds to regulate it. Now, I don't really know if he's doing that, why he would come out with it right now, because, he just kind of like told us in a bunch of interviews. So if the feds didn't know about it before, they sure as hell know about it now, and they might want to regulate it. So it could just be a lot of hot air. But he says his advanced AI system is already self-aware. So ASI Alliance founder Ben Goertzel says the alpha version, which is like the pre version of OpenCog Hyperion, the artificial general intelligence system he's been developing for more than 2 decades, is self-aware. So he's been working on this for 20 years. He also tells Magazine that he believes OpenAI likely shied away from making its very impressive new OL model, an autonomous agent, for fear that it would be seen as risky and dangerous and provoke crackdown from regulators. And yes, the SEC and the other regulators are more interested in cracking down on AI than crypto now, because AI, I personally believe, is actually a more revolutionary technology, and it poses more dangers for society, i.e. Skynet and rise of the machines. So we all know ASI formed in March of this year. They've recently done the coin swap, and we don't really know where ASI and AGIX is going to factor into this new particular project. So we don't really know about the use of the token, but just the fact that there is a self-aware AI program, maybe the first in the world, although I doubt it, in this network could actually propel people to throw money at it and could make this coin moon. Now, he has to give investors details on how the AGIX token, or now the ASI token, will actually be implemented and used in this. However, he has actually been working on it since 2001 and launched it as an open source AI framework in 2008. So basically 3 years ago, he did a total rebuild of OpenCog in pursuit of massive scalability, and we're a large way through that process. So it's basically, he's been working the last 3 years. He says the alpha launch in April, and while he says it's currently very slow and breaking changes are expected, the team is working on massively speeding it up. I think that would be completed this fall. And so then, which means next year, we'll be setting up about trying to build towards AGI on the new Hyperloop infrastructure. So he's actually going to use this infrastructure to build AGIX and AGI. Goertzel says the system takes a different approach to large language models like GPT-4 and OL. So it's very, very different from ChatGPT. And he actually thinks his model is self-aware. Now, this could be a big AI breakthrough. It could attract a lot of investment. If it attracts a lot of investment to this ASI Alliance, obviously the ASI token is going to go up. So that's why it might actually moon, and that's why you need to be aware of it. However, I am somewhat doubtful of his claims of self-aware AI. That is a step that no one else has been able to take. He has been developing this for 20 years though, and we don't really know how AGIX token or ASI token is really going to play into this because he hasn't really told us. And what he means by self-aware is, what I mean by self-aware is that from the get-go, even the current versions, it has a model of who it is, it has a model of who you are, it has certain goals it's trying to achieve in the situation, it knows how it relates to that situation and what it's trying to do, and the ChatGPT sort of system isn't really doing that right. The system combines logical reasoning engine, evolutionary platform learning, and deep neural nets implemented in a dynamic knowledge graph that revises and modifies itself. Now, this guy is like a PhD. He does actually know what he's talking about when it comes to CS, but this might be a bridge too far. But however, it doesn't really matter, because if this actually sparks enough FOMO during the bull run, ASI could actually take off. And ASI, regardless, will be one of the biggest AI coins out there, so it should attract some FOMO anyways, especially since Kamala Harris basically has said she's going to invest in both digital assets and AI, and this is both digital assets and AI. So that's what I have to say. Take a look at ASI, read a little bit more about this. He'll probably reveal more about this in the future. Maybe he'll make Skynet, and maybe the government's going to crack down on him, and he's going to use Skynet to destroy the government. I'm not really sure what this actually means, but it should be something that you want to keep track of because it could be an exciting new development and a great investment opportunity if any of this is real. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.